Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to Space Odyssey Alpha Mod Pack by Greater and Friends. It's going to be having a new name soon, and I will talk about that when it happens. But for now, I'm going to show you the progress we've made on the base. If you look in the background there, you can see the new location. That's that boxy looking thing to the, let's see, if I was standing there, it'd be to the right of me, to your left is the quarry. So we're quarrying that mountain over there. For our stuff, we're not having very much luck finding ores, at least not as many as we need, so had to resort to some manual mining today. Well, Greater did, I didn't. I was making machines. He was making machines too, but then he went off to do some mining. But I will show you said machines, and in addition, I will show you what I did today, and you may notice the forest of torches on the floor. Well, I'm still having mobs show up in here, even though I put a metric ton of lighting in here with carpenter's blocks. I put them up on the top, I put them on the bottom. There's probably a good stack of glowstone in these two little rooms here, and there's things still spawning in here. Why they are not spawning in the main room, I do not understand. But they are spawning in here despite the light levels. And somebody said that they thought perhaps carpenter's blocks with the glowstone in them do not prevent mob spawns. Which confuses me, because if that was the case, why were they spawning out here? Because as you can see, I just saw one. Right there. As you can see, I have a carpenter's block providing light. But they weren't spawning out here. So I'm just a little... Okay, I'm very confused. Did Greater put these back? Okay, never mind. Those were missing earlier, now they're back. Greater must have put them back. There's still one missing, and I'll worry about that later. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Okay, so I put torches everywhere because things were still spawning. So I don't know if it's intended or if there's a bug, but things were spawning in here despite the light levels from the carpenter's blocks. Therefore, torches everywhere. I'm going to replace it with glowstone nooks later, but I'm just making sure that, in fact, putting a bunch of torches in there will prevent spawns. Once I assure myself that that's going to do the trick, then I will replace them with glowstone. Alright, the next area that... Well, that was the area I worked on not on purpose, but because I had to. The next area I worked on was I added the stairwell, actually going up to our mountaintop up here. And we have a small rubber tree farm happening over there. And I will be having some Botania stuff up here in time. And I'm just going to flip into creative here, so I can show you the stairwell from a different vantage point. So I think that looks pretty nice. Given that I was building it using scaffolding, dirt scaffolding, I think it came out looking nicer than I expected. This is the first time I've had a look at it from this angle, because I didn't go into creative to check out how it was. Alright. Whoops. Let's get back up here. And get back into survival. Alrighty. Yes, I was ambushed by creepers several times in the house here, and zombies, and a ghastly zombie, and it... that's why I broke down and put torches everywhere. Your house is supposed to be secure, you know? Alright, so we added a new section through here. It was originally... I dug this to a point of interest, which I'll show you in a moment. But I ended up deciding to make it into a proper hallway, and we now have our oreberry farm in here. And at some point I might replace the wall behind there with something else that's prettier, but for now, until we get enough oreberries to fill the walls here, I think there's no point in prettifying it too much, because we have stone in here anyway. In case you're wondering why I'm leaving the stone here, if you're not familiar with oreberries, you have to place them on stone. So until I have a placed oreberries up there, I don't want to move the stone down here. But once those are placed, then I can remove that layer of stone and place oreberries on the next level, and etc. You can go right down. We can have 4 layers, because since these are slabs, you can actually reach these oreberries in this particular block down here that I have my cursor on right now. So you actually get 4 out of it. So they're 8 long, so 8 rows of 8, 64 oreberry bushes should be more than sufficient. At least that's what I hope. Right, so through here is the original path that I made to the point of interest, and I'm just going to take you there. This is something we might want to do something with later on. But when I was lighting up the mountaintop up there, I noticed this really cool, deep, well, I guess it's a valley, technically, although it's more like a pit. I called it the Pit of Doom when I was putting the markers on here. Let's not fall off, because you know me, I like to fall. Oh, dang it. No, don't do that. I'm already streaming. Thank you. Thank you. Hit the wrong key. Sorry, I injured myself today, so my left hand is a little off, and I'm pushing all the wrong keys and not being able to jump very well. Anyway, so we will think of something cool to do with this. But at least we have access to it through here, and we can plan expansions to the base to actually kind of bring us over there as we need to. Alright, let me fix the wall here. Alright. I had to put in the bushes in here because, well, we need air. This is far enough into the mountain that when I was working in here long enough, I started to run out of air, and I was like, why do I have mining fatigue? Totally not noticing the green tinge on my screen. And then I finally realized, hey, I'm suffocating. Perhaps I should go out to the fresh air. And so then I put a bunch of bushes in here to prevent that in the future. Alright, was there anything else? Oh, yes. This, I believe, is from a mod, and I say I believe because I just discovered it with the help of chat today, and I've been told that this battle gear, Mine and Blade battle gear, is actually what this tab is from. And you can see that these are reflected down here on the bottom, so you can see what they are. And the default key is R, and that lets you use your sword and, of course, block with your shield. And if you hold down the scroll button, you can change to your next item that you have, and of course make use of it. Unfortunately, although I can put the arrows in my hand here, which is handy, I do pick up the arrows off the ground like that. And you have to hit R again to unready them. Basically, R stands for ready. And then just go here and put that there. So that actually is pretty cool because that clears up even more spots on the bar. So between the adventurer's backpack, which is, if you hit the B key, brings this up. So you can have 2 tools here, and you can have your weapons off your bar. That frees up, basically, well, with what I'm using right now, that frees up 6 slots in my inventory. And you can basically switch through them as needed. So here, I think I talked about this one before, but I'll just show you again. You hit the shift key, and then you scroll your middle mouse button, while over a tool, it will swap out to those tools that you saw in my pack. And I can do that with any of the tool slots. But it won't work on something that's not a tool. It won't work on a sword either. So having the sword in this is wonderful. I really like that. And it looks like I have talked the whole day through, so I think now is a good time to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this end of the day tour, and I hope to see you in the stream sometime. You all take care now. Bye!